Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Mr. Manchicken, and today I have a review of the LEGO Star Wars 75373 Ambush on Mandalore Battle Pack. This set was released in 2024 and currently retails for 25 Canadian dollars. This set has 109 pieces and 4 minifigures. Now before we take a look at the main build and the couple side builds, let's take a look at those characters. Our first figure here is the Mandalorian Warrior. And I gotta say, it's a pretty spot-on figure. I really like it. Now, this is my least favorite character in the set, but I'm not saying it's bad in any way. I just don't like it that much. It's a very good figure. We got some nice leg prints going on. We do have some torso print there. Do have a jetpack on his back, like the Mandalorian style one. He does have a little bit of a back print. It's nothing really too crazy. There is no face under the helmet. It's just a plain black head. And the helmet looks pretty nice, I gotta say. Overall, pretty good figure. Let's move on. The next figure is the Mandalorian Night Owl. And out of the two Mandalorians, this is definitely my favorite. Once again, pretty nice leg printing, nice torso printing. Same jetpack as before, with a little bit of a back print. Like the Mandalorian Warrior, it's nothing too crazy. Also like the Mandalorian Warrior, just a plain black head underneath, no printing at all. But the helmet, I gotta say, is definitely a really, really nice design overall. So that's the Mandalorian Night Owl. Let's move on to our final character. By far the best figure in the set is the Imperial Commando. This is a completely brand new character. We've never seen one before. And I gotta say, it's pretty much a 10 out of 10 character. Nice front printing. We do have a jetpack used by the First Order Jet Troopers, but with a new print there. Once again, he does have a tiny little bit of a back print hidden underneath the jetpack. And similar to, well, actually exactly like all the other characters, just a plain black head underneath. Now the helmet is a brand new helmet mold. It's dual molded, and it is absolutely phenomenal. 10 out of 10 figure by LEGO here. Let's move on to the actual builds now. Well, the side builds first, then the main one. Here is this little turret. Now the turret isn't really anything crazy. It's just a small turret. You can rotate it. You can shoot it. That's really all there is to it. But it is actually very similar to a turret we saw in the 332nd Battle Pack. Here they are side by side, just a couple of color differences. The only main building difference is that the 332nd one uses a Technic pin for the connection, while the Mandalorian one just uses a simple stud. So that's this turret here. Let's move on to the next build. The next build here is this tiny little crate. It's a crate. There's nothing too crazy about it. I will say it is it's a really cool design. Inside there is one thermal detonator, and yeah, let's move on to this. Set is this bit of rocky terrain here. It's definitely something different from other Battle Pack builds, but I think that's a good thing. Starting here on the right side, there is this little doorway. And if you are wondering, yes, it is possible to have a minifigure be in the doorway and sort of go through it. There are a couple little lights here, and there's a bar here, which we'll get back to in a minute. Coming around, though, we do have this rifle here. You can pretty much give it to any of the characters. It's just there. Then we have this little big space here where you can put pretty much whatever. Got some more rocky stuff. And then we actually have this little play function here. Pretty much what you're supposed to do is take a minifigure like this Jet Trooper here, and you sort of have them flying around. You can just move it on a ball joint, sort of have them sort of swoop in, shoot some Mandalorians or whatever. And what's really cool is that you can use this for any of the characters in the set because they all have jetpacks. Now, I don't think it looks particularly bad. I think it looks pretty good. It just definitely does distract from the other rocky terrain here, but it's a fun play feature for kids. Getting back here, we have a clip here, which we'll get to in a second. And yes, it is possible to have all figures on the set at the same time here. Just like so. So there we go, that's all the figures on the set. I don't think it feels particularly cramped. I think it actually looks pretty good with all the figures on there. It definitely looks like a more complete set. But there is actually one last thing we do need to talk about before we finish off the review. So earlier I showed you the bar and the clip on each side of the set here, and that's actually because there is a little function with another set being, I think it's called the Paz Vizsla and Moff Gideon Battle. This set actually connects to it. It doesn't show it anywhere on the box, but in the instruction manual, you can actually see that the set does connect up with the battle set. I don't have it on hand, but I will get it eventually. And it can also connect up with itself to sort of have like a larger rocky area. But yeah, that's really all I got to say about this set. Let's get into my final thought. So would I recommend buying this set? Absolutely. The figures are really, really good. The two side builds are okay. I can live without them, but they're still pretty nice. And the main Rocky build is pretty cool. It's a nice little complementary set, I guess. I'm not even sure if that's a word, but I'm going to say it anyway. It complements the Paz Vizsla Moff Gideon Battle set well, and it's a pretty good set on its own as well. So that's all I got for you right now. Have a great day, everybody.